seed distributor of the tournament. You know, I actually distribute the seed, and you know, basically what we do is we just check bubble stage to make sure the small glitch that can happen that soft locks the game doesn't happen for the most part, because we kind of understand how to trigger it. And yeah, so that's all we check for in the seeds before we decide to distribute them to the runner. So right off the bat, we have StuffnThings going for Quickman. We have barnowl going for Flash, which is you know, two pretty standard stage ones, if you will. Easily or somewhat easily accessible E-tanks, especially in Quickman. You do miss an early zip, but that zip doesn't necessarily save that much time. So it's not really that worthy to go for, or worth it.
So Mello, what's your opinion on these two players' first choice of stages? What would you like to prefer, Quickman or Flashman?
On my own, I prefer Quickman, because the E-tank is a bit more on the road than in Flashman. You are not sure to get it. It depends of the enemies and get spawned over the pits. Like you see barnowl, he have no trouble, that's perfect for him, but sometimes you can have trap or something that not allow you to take the E-tank. So it's always better to be safe to have an E-tank on your menu.
So Lula, we're having no issues between both of our runners that StuffnThings and barnowl about to face their robot masters. Heatman in Flash Room, who actually looks pretty quick but a little more resilient to the Buster, while StuffnThings face Quickman in his own room. So
is even randomized.
Of course. But anyway, unlike Heatman, StuffnThings Quickman fight goes pretty smoothly because of the less resistance for the Buster for Quickman. So StuffnThings has one Robot Master down, while barnowl is closing in on his first down.
Yeah, and I like the little pattern manipulation that barnowl was doing there to keep Heatman in a kind of close quarters situation to you know, do his best not to take the damage, because Heatman still does a pretty good amount of damage even in Randomizer whenever you take those body shots.
Right now we haven't found the items, then StuffnThings, the barnowl, all they did is just trade stages. Items are randomized throughout the 8 Robot Master stages, so we don't know where the items are going to be. We already know that there will be no items in either one of these stages, since these are the 2 stages that we only have seen. But as for randomized item attributes, the only one we're focusing on is item 1. Item 1 is the only item that has a randomized attribute. As Charlie Boy has mentioned before, item 1 has the potential to move us slow or fast, or be completely stagnant, and its duration time actually is randomized as well. So item 1 winds up, just like in the vanilla game, winds up still being a pretty big deal.
And just for notice, I saw barnowl checking the walls and they are not buster weak. But Stuff didn't know, if I remember, he didn't check it.
StuffnThings is moving along, going through to the Flash Room where he's about to face his Heatman. barnowl a little bit behind, probably because of the slow Heatman fight, but he's about to approach Quickman in a little bit. We're about to see how StuffnThings handled it. It might still be even because of how Heatman is such a resilient boss this time around. He's about to check quick boomerangs, and it can't. Yeah, the quick boomerangs are.
Ooh, we got tagged too.
But yeah, StuffnThings finding the quick boomerang from Quickman of all people after beating him, and winds up not being useful against Heatman in this fight, but he still decides to use it. As you can see, the quick boomerang actually has randomized direction. The first direction may be vanilla, but the second direction is completely random. The quick boomerangs has a little sine wave motion this seed, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like StuffnThings run into a little trouble again. See how this ends up working out. He's gonna spin an E-tank.
Yeah, barnowl had a really good strat for that hitman on his stage. He's just staying on the two tops platforms and just navigate between them.
Meanwhile, we got barnowl traversing the ever so dangerous airman stage, where it looks a little more friendlier than normal. We got some mess, we got some protoss, and we got some tellies lurking in the clouds, it seems. But airman is, yeah, as you can see, it was nearly fatal for barnowl because of how the stage got redesigned. For those that don't know about the changes in airman stage, the change was due to the fact that in some seas, when you do the open air section with the lightning lords, sometimes birds spawn, and one of the awkward properties of the birds is that when they exit the screen, usually a sprite disappears, and it's kind of a bad thing to have a cloud you're trying to ride on disappear. So that's the reason for the change in the stage layout in airman stage.
Yeah, and on the left side of your screen, you're gonna see StuffnThings setting up the pause buffer zip. The item 1 list zip doesn't require item 1. You just pause buffer into the top of the ceiling. It does so. You press left, and away we go.
Very good zip from StuffnThings, perfectly executed. Well, barnowl is about to face his next robot master going through airman stage. And what do we have for airman's boss room this time around? We got Purple Woodman in here. And it's hard to tell from his boss meter, but he looks like he's also susceptible to Buster as well, while StuffnThings is about to begin his fight in Bubble Room.
Yeah, good stuff to barnowl. We'll see how StuffnThings handles this crash man.
And this is a really... how to say that?
Charlie boy, you brought this seed, right?
I did vet the seed, yes.
And
I let that one slide. I did.
That Crashman was pretty pacifist.
Yeah, you're lucky we had a dumb crash. If that Crashman was aggressive and shot a crap ton of bombs, the problem with that is the fact that the lag would be so overwhelming that the floor just basically doesn't exist, and Mega Man just pretty much falls to his doom, even though the boss is dead.
I'm definitely aware of that. And, yeah, that Crashman seemed friendly enough to let the seed go ahead and rock out.
You better be lucky. Regardless of the matter, we got both our runners going to Woodman, so right now we're pretty much synced up as far as stage goes. barnowl using the crash bombs to one-shot the hot dogs, while StuffnThings was using the Buster at first, and now decides to use Quicks to try to take him out quicker.
Yep, no good woods from either guys. They're gonna continue on through the stage as intended.
Do they have any item? I didn't see.
I don't think they.
I don't think, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think well, they don't have the items to even try to do good with, but I don't think they even go for it. So honestly, I don't blame them. It's not necessarily the easiest zip to try, but it definitely is a smart route if you don't know how to do it. It's safer. You don't have to worry about soft locking. You don't have to worry about losing a life if you miss a jump or miss a continued zip. It's just overall just a good safe route as barnowl faces Airman with StuffnThings following suit.
Barnowl seems you're gonna keep Crash. Let's see if it's effective.
Look like Crash is a soft weakness, so Crash is fine, but Buster is better.
Wait. Yep. And Quick
Wait,
Boomerang is
Stuffy-
really, yep. Very effective too. We have a
Yeah,
pretty
look like
weaker-
I'm sorry, what were we saying, Mello?
Yeah, let's go. I said we have a pretty weak man. He was weak to everything.
It seems that way. Not sure which one was actually better between Crash Bombs and Quick Boomerang, but of course he's susceptible to Buster, so you could have just used Buster to kill him. Well, regardless of the matter, Barnowl begins his assault on Bubble Man stage with StuffnThings has done before, while he goes to the ever so equally as treacherous Heatman stage, where we got a lot of tin cans, birds, and prop tops.
Yeah, and you also have the Sniper Joes there that are immune to Busters, so you'll find Barnowl finding Quick Boomerang finally to traverse them. I wasn't sure how StuffnThings handled those, but going into that with a Buster was pretty rough to get through a little bit. Alright, let's see, Stuff's got an item out. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's just a weapon. Could be item 3 though. Nope, just kidding, it's Quick Boomerang. He's not going to the Heatman Zip.
Yeah, we haven't seen any items in the weapon guest screens from any other Robot Masters just yet. So right now we're still searching for at least any given item so far. StuffnThings checking a few of the weapons to test the walls. Nothing's doing right now. And Crash Bomb is still not a weakness. So vanilla Crash Bombs don't work on the wall, so we're still looking for a wall weakness.
Barnowl triggered well the bubble zip with that item, with spot buffering. That's nice too.
So StuffnThings not having item 2 is forced to do the Yoku block section in Heatman stage. Normally a treacherous set of platforming for casual play, but when you play this so many times, either in Randomizer or vanilla, it becomes second nature as StuffnThings just easily blows by the Yoku blocks.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, at times, you know, even knowing the pattern, sometimes, you know, jump a little short or something like that. But StuffnThings makes no problems of it and makes it its way to Metal Man. It's hiding in the heat arena here. And that's a Buster Weak Metal, and he's gone.
Barnowl needs to be careful how he kills him. Kills Crash, but he kills him safely, and we got no situations with Crashman or soft locking, so we got another one out of Bubble Man stage. And we find item 1 in Heatman stage.
Finally one item.
So look like with our 3 Robot Masters left, at least on Barnow's side, it seems like Metal Man, Heatman, and Crashman are each holding the remaining items. We know item 1 is in Heat. Speaking of item 1, is Static.
Yeah, just hate to see that. Well, okay, maybe not hate to see it, but if you like to use zips, you're not as happy with static item 1 like that. It takes away some of the fun zips and some of the harder tricks. But some people can get around it.
Actually, I just saw Barnow's menu, and actually he has item 3 already. I did not see which Robot Master had item 3.
Oh yeah, I didn't see. You?
If I had to make a guess, I'd say it probably would be Airman, seeing that I don't think Stuff has it. or perhaps he would have went for the zip and heat in the last stage, and barnowl does have it. I believe.
I might argue that it actually might have came for Woodman. Actually, wait, no.
No, they're both the Woodman, I think.
It might have been Airman. Wait.
Unless Stuff does have it. I mean, I don't know his opinion.
We'll find out later on when StuffnThings get to his next Robot Master. Right now, I'm just gonna assume that we have no clue where it is.
Barnowl seems to be in a tough situation with those drills. He can't pass buffer.
Yeah, perhaps he should have left the C-Tank behind, but I'm gonna try to make it across. I wouldn't freeze to jump.
Yeah, barnowl in a very dangerous position, right? Wait,
Oh no,
spot.
No. That drill.
That one drill trolling barnowl right at the last moment, suffering a death in what could have been a safe jump.
The drill wasn't there when he jumps and she spawned after. That's unfortunate for him.
Meanwhile, StuffnThings takes out Bubble Man in Metal Man's room, so he got his next Robot Master down, so we should have about 2 more Robot Masters remaining. Meanwhile, barnowl trying to recover from that nasty little death, gonna try to jump again, and safely makes it this time, so he's about to fight Bubble Man in a little bit, as Item 2 was in Metal Man stage.
Yeah, now StuffnThings is going to make his way to Airman stage, so we'll have another chance to find out if Item 3 is indeed hiding here or not.
Oh.
Well, we won't find out yet, as StuffnThings takes a nasty little fall in Airman stage. Metal's doing the job and getting his pay work done.
I think our runners are pretty neck to neck now.
Yeah, I think that's pretty safe to assume. I mean, they're both. I think Stuff has a slight lead, perhaps. They're both getting out of their 6th Robot Masters. Stuff's on his way into the 7th, and barnowl's about to go into the 7th. And yeah, Item 2 was in metal. So, yeah, so the last item, I'd say either StuffnThings has Item 3, or he's about to get it.
Yeah, I think he has to be about to get it. I think it might actually be an Airman stage.
Yeah, definitely. And barnowl will not do the Yoku block since he has the item 2. So he's gonna recover sometimes about stuff on that stage.
Oh, I like the flash strats from barnowl to get across the heat first section. Yeah, and Stuff's gonna take a death there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. He might have got hit by one of the birds.
Maybe, yeah, but I didn't see two. Oh yeah, but probably a bird.
barnowl's struggling a little bit with the item 3, trying to do the item 3 zip. I'm not sure if he has enough to make it this time. No, yep, he doesn't make it, so he's got to traverse it on foot. Still might prove to have a slightly faster Heatman stage than StuffnThings.
Yeah, Stuff's running into some problems there. Here, unfortunately.
I think he have no more lives, so we have to take care here. Oh, there is one.
And the reverse commentator's has granted StuffnThings an extra chance.
That's better in that sense.
So shoutouts to Metal for that one. Good stuff, good stuff.
Thanks.
So yeah, with Barnowl having item 2, he's able to safely fly under the Yoku blocks and completely ignore the platforming aspect, relatively giving him a slightly faster Heatman stage than StuffnThings did since he had no items. Of course, Barnowl still unfortunately failing the item 3.
And both these guys heading into the boss doors of their 7th Robot Master at the same time. We'll see who can get out faster.
Woodman pretty resilient to the Buster while Metal Man goes down pretty hard to the Buster and pretty much got synced kills. We're going into our final Robot Master, which is, as one would expect, Crashman stage, pretty much at a dead heat.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome to see too. And yeah, Barnowl gets item 1 from Heat actually. And then
item 3 confirmed.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead, Melo.
No, that was you.
But as I was trying to say, item 3 confirmed to be an Airman stage. So yeah, Barnowl has been Airman earlier, so it all makes sense. So we got our item cycles back together. Good job, everyone. Good job. Anyway, as we now confirmed our item 1 to be technically unzippable by normal means, as in normal moving item 1, they are forced to do the platforming section in the elevator rooms. These Chanky Makers can be pretty trollish if they aim their fires correctly, but StuffnThings wisely using item 1 properly, just skipping all of them and just climbing the ladders and pretty much got through all 3 sections very cleanly. While Barnowl, for some reason, is just trying to do something in that one screen. Don't know what it is.
He tries to kill all the bubble bots to get the ladder free, but they always respawn.
Yeah, I seen him. He farmed a little bit for health as well in that section.
Yeah, too.
Now, I want to say I saw something crazy, but it must have just been my eyes. Like, I want to say I saw StuffnThings kill those tellies with Metal Blade, and then it didn't work for Barnowl. It tinked off. But that must have just been my eyes playing tricks on me, because, yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Perhaps stuff used wood and I just missed it.
Maybe it was a shooter? I don't know.
StuffnThings is choosing to get the extra life, taking as many deaths as he has. This was probably a smart decision just to make sure that his lives are capped off, as he's the first to make it to Crash Room. And our last Robot Master is Flashman, and he's really aggressive, weak, not susceptible to Buster, very fast, jump slow, and overall annoying such and such. But StuffnThings was still able to kill him very quickly. Well done.
Yeah, definitely good thing to Stuff. He's gonna make it out of the A Robo on his way to go visit our favorite color changing wizard. Speaking of color changing, everybody in the community likes to play a little game where we guess the color of this chameleon coming up.
In short, Chad, get your guesses out. It's time to guess the color of the dragon.
Right, yeah, I just wanted to present it in a different way. I mean, you know, he might as well be a chameleon nowadays and change his colors so many times.
Alright, so let's give Metalo the first shot. What do you think the color of the dragon is gonna be?
I don't know. I was thinking, it's a long time I didn't see a blue dragon, so I want to go for that, but I want to go to a poop dragon too, so... Little brown mix of brown and green, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna go for a blue. Yeah, it's been a long time I didn't see a blue dragon.
Charlie boy, what's your guess?
You know, I'm sitting here trying to think of a color. Maybe yellow.
Well, I'm as you know me, I'm usually chasing for the good old monochrome, but I'm gonna be a little different. I'm actually gonna do the chat favor, and we're gonna go for a pink dragon.
The Barbie dragon.
We're gonna do the old faithful.
And I'm gonna go for a metal wake. Metal wake.
I'll say bubble.
I'm gonna say one of the weaknesses is gonna be crash, and it's not gonna be as effective because the explosion duration is gonna be shorter. Regardless of what color it's gonna be, I still say we got a pretty good race. Both of our guys are in Raleigh 1. StuffnThings opposing the dragon now. Barnowl not too far behind, and we got a green dragon with a little bit of blue and purple. He ain't Buster weak.
Oh, Vanilla weakness.
Barnowl struggled. Oh, Barnowl struggled a little bit with the item was doing a little panic dance, but was able to recover pretty quickly as StuffnThings takes out the Mecha Dragon with the quick boomerangs. Did anyone call quick boomerangs by any chance?
I don't think so.
Well, anyway, StuffnThings to begin his trek through Wally 2. We're probably going to expect our runners, or at least StuffnThings, to check the wall weakness here. Wally 2 is usually one of the stages where you usually would check for wall weaknesses, if not earlier, if you go to flash or heat a little early, or you can just bypass the walls here and just test your luck finding the wall weakness during the boobing fight.
And Barnowl makes it through the dragon pretty easily after he finds the quick boomerang weakness.
And the walls are wood weak.
Not only that, the leaf shields seem to be reversed horizontally, so you're gonna have to look away if you want your leaf shields to fire properly, in your proper direction rather. But yeah, it looks like Barnowl was about maybe 2/3 of a stage behind StuffnThings, as StuffnThings is about to fight Pico Pico, who is technically weak to 3 weapons, with Buster being a possible 4th, which is not the case this time around. Looks like he's selling for Bubble for now. There are 2 more weaknesses out there. Will he change to find a better weakness?
You know, I think he's gonna probably stick to it unless he runs into a little bit of trouble later on, which could possibly happen, but I think he has enough weapon energy in order to finish the fight. Oh yeah.
Anyway, StuffnThings beats Pico Pico quickly enough with Bubble. Barnowl is on his way to the Pico fight. Meanwhile, Wally 3 is on the play for StuffnThings, and Wally 3 can be a deceptively hard stage if the enemy set presents itself in a way that can be really, really tricky.
Especially when you have fun, guys. You are pushed into the spikes and that's awful.
Meanwhile, it looks like Leaf Shield is one of the other weaknesses for Pico Pico, but it takes 2 shots, so you don't get the easy mode kill for Pico here. Meanwhile, we got Joe Madness underwater this time around in Wily 3.
And barnowl finds the same bubble that StuffnThings did, so we'll see how his fight goes.
Need to watch his health. He's running a little low. He can take 2 more hits.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind, 1 more, and indeed pops the E-Tank. So this should be a safer finish for barnowl as StuffnThings goes en route to the Guts tank. Look like we had Immune Sniper Joe's with a 1-shot mech. That's a little interesting combination. Anyway, let's see what the Guts tank is weak to this time around. It ain't Buster again. Not quick, keep digging. Bubbles 2 for 2. So we got Bubble taking out the Guts tank. There is another weakness, but Bubble's probably one of the easier ones to actually use. So Bubble's a good choice for the Guts tank as StuffnThings heads on to Wily 4.
Is that a cyan hell?
What was that?
I believe he said it's at cyan.
Cyan.
Sin. You said it right. I mean, there's different pronunciations for it. Like blue, another color, of course. Maybe a little light on the lighter side, of course. Cyan, sin, yeah.
Sky blue, baby blue, whichever, what have you.
That's the one.
Meanwhile, StuffnThings electing to use item 2 to just ignore the possible guessing of which platforms are the fake.
And the other weakness is wood leaf shield 2 for Guts tank, like Pico.
Yeah, wood would be a fine weakness, but in order to make best use of it, you're probably going to have to do a lot of damage tanking so you don't waste so much leaf shield. And due to its size, it has a much easier chance of taking off the fists of the Guts tank. But regardless of the matter, barnowl still uses it to defeat the Guts tank and still continue to follow StuffnThings into Wily 4.
Yeah, it's StuffnThings gonna pause buffer. The little transition is gonna help him out a little bit instead of waiting. Nothing to damage boost against. barnowl gonna pick up the items there to make sure to make his time going forward in Wily 4 a little easier.
StuffnThings opting to use the leaf shield as quickly as early as possible to destroy the walls. Actually, now thinking about it, that actually puts a little wrinkle into barnowl's situation as StuffnThings searches for the weakness for the actual turrets, boobing turrets itself. I don't know what barnowl's leaf shield situation is going to be like. He used a lot of leaf shield for Guts tank, and he may need to use the walls to destroy the walls in order. Yeah, he's gonna need to destroy the walls to defeat Boobeam, as Boobeam is weak to heat.
He's not out of leaf shield, but I don't think he have enough to clear all the walls.
Yeah, StuffnThings gonna make it out alive this time.
Stuff is done with Boobeam. He's gonna start the refights.
So as we traverse to our refights, I'd like to reiterate the special wrinkle within Wally 5. During the refights, it has its own special unique theme that plays throughout the entire refights, but you don't get the whole Wally 3-4 theme continually changing between that and the boss theme. Everything is continuous, but unfortunately, Barnowl takes a nasty fall trying to utilize the item too.
Yeah, that's a little rough. It's definitely gonna cost him some time.
It was a little bit high.
Yeah, a little bit too high to utilize item 2 over that section. I saw StuffnThings got to make it onto item 2 going over that section. Gonna cost him a little bit more time. He's gonna have to get back to the screen. So anytime he was hoping to make up, pretty much he's waiting on StuffnThings to mess up this time.
Yeah, Ceylon StuffnThings pretty much had, well, not necessarily a stranglehold, but he definitely has the race under his control. So right now, unless things get particularly nasty, is pretty much his seat to lose. So yeah, Barnow's gonna have to hope for quite a bit of mistakes from Stuffin in order to catch up.
Yeah, and Barnowl did the same mistake. It's gonna be hard for him to recover the time, but maybe. With a tough alien, we don't know.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just wait it out this time.
That aggressive flash.
Yeah, that's a pretty aggressive flash this time around. Anyway, Stuffin on his 7th roll of Master Refi.
No. He tried for the pause buffer strap, but his item 1 was still on the screen. See, I've done that before too. And you learn right there in that situation that you cannot pause while items are still on the screen. Items or weapon.
So StuffnThings about to finish off Bubbleman, his final roll by Master before going to the Wallet Machine. The Wallet Machine has a chance to be Buster weak or Buster immune. If it's Buster weak, then the Buster is weak to both phases. Meanwhile, if it's Buster immune, you're gonna have to dig between weapons in which there are some weapons that are particularly locked per phase. Barnowl making the same item mistake again, dying on Wally 4 again, but it looks like we got a Buster immune machine this time. Charlie Boy with the hero immunity seed.
I didn't do it. Oh yeah, I did. It was me. It was all me. But yeah, StuffnThings finds air for phase 1, bubble for phase 2, and the machine is down. And Barnowl on the screen of doom. Again. Spike screen of doom.
Let's see if Barnowl takes his time this time around, and yeah, he's gonna completely just ride the platforms. Well, positive to that point. Stuffin electing to take the weapon energy to make sure he has some weapon energy for the alien, which is weak to only one weapon. Alright, so what's the color of our alien? You got a split second.
Red with a green head.
You got the green head, but it looks like you got a lilac body.
No, not quick boomerang again.
I am not saying a word.
And stuff is done. Congrats to him.
Yeah, StuffnThings has won the first race in the best of 3 with a official SRL time of 39 minutes and 52 seconds. Meanwhile, it seems unfortunately Barnowl has opted to forfeit this race, so we can just continue on with the second race in the best of 3. It's an unfortunate situation, but Barnowl just wants to continue on with the next race and hopefully just try to recover from here on.
And I'm not sure you have enough woodman lift shield to do the boss.
Jeez. Lousy friggin' controls sometimes. When you do one thing and one's trying to do another. But yeah, with this, StuffnThings takes the first match 1-0 as we're trying to get our second race ready to go. So for the most part, it was pretty much even between the two runners throughout the 8 Robot Master stages. It's just around Craftsman stage where StuffnThings started to pull away.
Yeah, unfortunately, Barnowl was pretty on his tail up until around Wily. After Wily 3, he ran into a bunch of problems in Wily 4 that unfortunately gave StuffnThings the lead, and Barnowl wanted to go ahead and move on to the next race. Went ahead and forfeited from this one, so good games to both these guys. And the seeds have been distributed, so now we're just gonna wait for these guys to get ready, and yeah, we should be off to race 2 pretty shortly.
But yeah, Barnowl really didn't do that badly during this race. He kept up with StuffnThings throughout the entire race. It was just by the time he got to Wily 4, he just completely lost steam and just wasn't able to recover from those. That's in the Spike Pig section, the Spike Pig elevator section. It wound up just taking its toll on him as StuffnThings was just moving along casually at his pace, and it just winds up. Yeah, in general, just these things happen. So we're going to check and see how close our next race is to ready. It looks like our next race is closing to start up. Both our races have entered the next race, so we're almost ready. We got our seed distributed. In a few moments, we're gonna have ourselves our next race. Whenever the control when our seed gets to go ahead.
Yes, indeed. I think Barnow's just setting his seat up.
Okay, just to keep things interesting, Charlie Boy, for the next race, let's ask a question. What do you think is gonna troll these racers in the next race? What do you think gonna be the stopping point?
Well, see, this time I didn't distribute the seed, which not like it matters, because I don't pre-check a bunch of seeds anyway, right? Except for, of course, the bubble glitch. But this time I'm gonna call Fat Fans either. Well, I want to make a decision. I don't want to split it up, but if I had to say, I'm gonna say Fat Fans are gonna troll probably in Heat. Let's say probably first screen Heat Fat Fan. That's what I'm gonna call.
So looking for a lot of hot air, not an airman stage, but talking about some hot air and heat.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Tank Gap, and you know, I don't wanna call that one. I don't wanna call more than one. So the one I'm calling is Fat Fans and Heat first the hallway.
Honestly, I'm gonna expect the crabs to actually try to be a little more trolly this time around. But I'm gonna go for a classic. I want the crabs to be trolly in airman stage. So yeah, I'm expecting right at the get-go, falling crabs from the sky, a classic randomizer troll, and things gonna be interesting after. Anyway, it looks like we're closing in on our next race getting going. We got audio up, so I'm expecting the next race to be starting shortly.
Yes, indeed. For use in Austria, we got Metroid Story.
Super Metroid.
There you go. I see people, not in this chat, but in the IRC chat, talking about what kind of music to expect, and people are hoping for Mega Man X music.
We got someone in the chat hoping for Sniper Joe trolls somewhere along the line. And Sniper Joe's can be deceptively trolly, so it's not out of the realm of possibility.
We didn't see so much fun, guys, on the last race, I think.
Well, look like we got the go-ahead from IRC, so we're about to get our next race started. So we're about to begin match 2 of 3 in this best of 3 losers bracket series. Reminder: this is a winner-go-home race. The winner of this match goes to the reseeded bracket, while the loser is sadly eliminated. So barnowl needs to haul something fierce in order to get a match 3 going to keep his tournament life in check.
Yeah, that's right. I see